Hello, leaders, specifically team leaders and gospel community leaders. What you are watching right now is an introduction to the tutorials. However, this introduction will include a brief tutorial at the very end of it, so please stay tuned for that. I'm going to make some fast, quick-hitting tutorials for you all to inform you on how to utilize the city in some ways that we think are very important for each of our team leaders and gospel community leaders to know. You might not need to know them today, but you might need to know them later, some of them. And so you don't have to watch the videos now, but if later you have questions about some of the specific topics addressed, you can come back to these tutorials and view them. We've tried to include them all in one single city post that we have stickied to the top of our team, our leaders group here in the city, so that you can have them all in one place. Also included below, you will find links to PDF files and other tutorial videos that might not be as relevant or as important, but they could also be help answer your questions concerning the city. So that is that. Now let me talk to you real quick. Just say use what you need here. Discard or disregard what you don't. You can come back to it later if you find yourself in a situation where you need that specific information. Let me tell you why we use the city. The city, what it is, most importantly for our team leaders and for our gospel community leaders, we believe is a centralized place for communications and event planning. Look at it that way, a centralized location for communication and event planning that includes everyone at Redemption Church for the most part. There is a very high, it's in the 90 percentile of people who attend regularly at Redemption Church are part of the city. So everyone is there. So it's the centralized communication and event planning place. Everything that happens at Redemption Church has a post or a communication or something on the city. That's why we say everything that happens at Redemption happens on the city. That's what it is. Now the reason this is important for us is because that helps lead to excellence in the events that we're planning and in the things that we're trying to communicate without a lot of extra work to get there. We can utilize these tools, these powerful tools provided for us by the city to communicate an event plan, which leads then to excellence, not only in the communication and the planning aspect, but if the communication and the planning is done excellently, then the event itself hopefully will be executed with excellence as well. That helps us achieve that. And how does this tie into our mission? Because that's what's most important, okay? So our mission at Redemption Church is to pursue Christ with passion and present Christ with purpose. Okay, so doing things excellently ties into that in many different ways, but let's just very kind of primarily say that it ties into us presenting Christ with purpose. So as we plan gospel community events, ministry events, or just planning for Sunday morning volunteer roles, or helping communicate a prayer request, or whatever in the world it might be that we're using it for from communication and event planning standpoint, as that leads to excellence in that area, that leads to distraction-free worship as we present Christ with purpose to the people involved in that event or being ministered to by that event. That's how it ties in. So the city is important in that way, as it ties back into us presenting Christ with purpose, with excellence, through communication and event planning in a centralized location. Got it? Great. Let me show you a quick tutorial of some things. If you're already up to date on the basics of profile pictures, profile editing, and email communications, then you don't need to watch this any further. You can turn it off. However, if you still have questions about how to set up your profile and set up your email settings, then this is for you. At any time on the city, you can click the logo up here in the top left corner. This is an important just little tidbit of information. It'll always take you back to the main news feed and home screen, so that logo helps you with that. You're familiar with these navigation buttons on the left, I'm sure by now, but those will take you to all the different places that you need to go on the city. Over here to the right, you see your profile. This is where we want to go today. You simply click this button where it says View Profile. Now, while we're here, I want to show you this too. This help button up here is important. If you have any questions, you can go there and get help. Okay, so back here to where it says View Profile, simply click that if you want to edit your picture or edit your email settings, and you will. My internet's slow today, but you'll see a new screen pop up here where it says the word About. If you slide over to the right, Click this button that says edit, and you'll be brought into all of your account settings here, and now you can begin to edit them. You can also get there up here where this little gear is by just hovering over it and clicking here where it says account settings. Again, that's from this gear to this button that says account settings. Now in here, your first page that you pull up, sorry about that, I'll send us back to the home screen by clicking that logo. Just showing you how to do that again. When you go in here, you can edit profile picture, name, about me, all those things. There's all different things you can edit here, contact info, skills, everything. So that's how that works. Now let me show you two other things. We have we have notifications here. You want to say receive emails from messages or anything that only allow my friends. That's just some settings you can, or notifications you can adjust there. But here's these email settings. This is very important. So very quickly, I want to show you that there is a list of every group that you are a part of on the city, listed here where it says email under account settings. So you can go there and you can adjust to each specific group at what frequency you want to be emailed notifications of what is happening in that group. Everything is self-explanatory. That means every time somebody posts something new or responds to a post or anything happens in there, you'll receive an email notification directly to your inbox. New things is just new posts that will inform you if someone posts something new, but not about the responses to that post. Daily Digest is what I suggest for everyone to use for the majority of your groups. What that means is you're going to get one email from the city per day, and in that email will be included information from every single group that has had any activity on that day. So you're only getting emailed once a day, and in that email it will be broken up by group. Different headers will show up for each group that has had activity for that day, and you will be able to see if there's anything there that you need to respond to. Please avoid nothing that is not a viable option for a leader. You need to have at least this Daily Digest selected for your groups so you can keep a finger on the pulse of your groups. If you want, for some of your specific groups that you might be more interested in what's happening, you can select everything for those groups, and again, it will notify you about everything. I do have that selected for a few of my groups because I think that it's important for me that I do, but this is all up to you. But again, please avoid nothing here. Don't select that for any if you can avoid that. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, let me know.